Alright, so at this point, all the snow is going to disappear and be replaced with several sublevels that consist of the Grizzly or Gusty Gulch or whatever it's called type of sublevel. So, alright, so Swooping Snitchbug is back for one, speaking of him. And also, on this sublevel, we're going to meet a new enemy that's going to be really problematic. In fact, it's one of the, still to this day, one of the worst enemies I run into. I mean, like, one of my least favorite enemies in this entire game. And that enemy will be I'll introduce you guys to here real soon. Let's just take a look at this, oh, shoot! Yep, that's our first bomb rock. So, you may recall in the first Pikmin game that bomb rocks were used by yellow Pikmin to take down bomb walls and quickly deal with enemies. In this game, there's nothing good about them at all whatsoever, except for some very few minor occasions. But other than that, they are really very much against you in this game. There's barely any use to them. So, and you will find them littered around on sublevels like this from now on. So what you want to do is just hit them and activate them and set them off so they will not be a problem to you later on, because you can easily lose a lot of Pikmin to these things, so you need to be very careful. So, but yes, you're also going to run into enemies that drop them, and those enemies are these guys. These guys are called careening Dirigibugs. Yes, they are one of the weird names that nobody remembers in this game. And they are pretty nasty enemies simply because they drop bomb rocks, which will instantly kill your Pikmin if you aren't careful. But the best way to deal with these guys is the purple Pikmin, because they will stun them before they can take out their bomb rocks. But if they do manage to take their bomb rocks out, just make sure you get the purple Pikmin on them before they throw them. Because here's the thing. When you stun this guy with purple Pikmin, or any Pikmin for that matter, like if he falls down while he's holding a bomb rock and you have Pikmin on him, then that bomb rock will go far away enough that you can just continue killing the careening Dirigibug, and the bomb rock will not kill your Pikmin. But if he drops it, if he purposely throws it, and then you bring him down, get your Pikmin out of the area now, because if he purposely drops it, it's gonna be close enough that it will kill your Pikmin. And it might kill him too, but it's not worth it to lose Pikmin just to kill this guy. So now we're going to take care of the Swooping Snitchbug to get him out of the way. But again, be careful because you're on a Grizzly Gulch level. So that means you could easily lose Pikmin by accidentally throwing them over the ledges. So be very careful about that. So yeah, just a lot of explaining to do when it comes to this sublevel, because there's a lot of new elements that will make future dungeons very difficult, I do have to say. So, yeah, other than that, we got two of these guys to worry about over here. We're gonna deal with this guy first. Okay, also, one more thing about the bomb rocks. Do not throw purple Pikmin on them. I repeat, do not throw purple Pikmin on them. Here's the thing, if you throw purple Pikmin on or near them, that will be a catalyst for, it'll basically, speed up their explosion process, if that makes any sense. I do not want to demonstrate it because I don't want to lose any purple Pikmin, but it's basically just very nasty. The results are very explosive if you throw purple Pikmin on those bomb rocks. So that's basically all the advice I have for you guys when you first take on these sublevels, if you're doing this game blind or whatever. Although if you're doing this game blind, I don't know why you're watching a Let's Play of it. But yeah, it's just very nerve-wracking stuff, you know? Stuff that... very painful stuff I had to learn the hard way as I went through and learned about this game. So, alright. So with the careening Dirigibugs taken care of, we can now focus on getting our treasures. I believe there's 2 of them on the sublevel. There's one right there. There's also a eggshell. Yeah, I didn't think so. I knew they would. Okay, so here's another thing. Also, from now on, when you see an eggshell, like an egg that's in a dead end, do not throw purple Pikmin on it. First, walk around it, make sure there's no bomb rock trap coming from the ceiling. because that will happen. It will also happen with treasures, as we're about to find out here. Yep, there you go. So get your purple Pikmin out of the area immediately, as soon as the bomb rock comes down, because you don't have that much time to, you know, get them out of the way. So you might as well just call them instantly once you see that bomb rock spawn in the ceiling. So that's one reason why I like to have this kind of camera angle when I'm going through these levels, is so that I can see stuff spawning as it happens. So just a lot of strategy to add, you know, to this game here. So, but yeah, here's our first treasure, sublevel, and it kind of fits with the theme of the dungeon as well. It's a spirit flogger. I don't remember the treasure being named that, but okay. Of course, then again, I don't remember what name I remember it being, but whatever. Okay, so that should be it for all the bomb rock traps. So now we're just going to focus on getting this treasure back to base, and then we're going to basically make our way to the next sublevel. In fact, actually, let's make our way to the hole right now, which I don't remember where it is. Could have swore oh, now I know where it is. Just saw it. Network main brain. I believe that's a vacuum tube for a computer, but correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, next sublevel. Now I think oh god, I think I remember this one. This one has, just to warn you guys, this one has armored can beetles. And again, I have no idea why those things aren't in my Picklepedia. Enemies should be in your Picklepedia once you defeat them once, but apparently that didn't work for the guys in the Gloom's Kitchen. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it only works in the dungeons the game expects you to meet them, and I don't think the game expects you to meet them in Gloom's Kitchen. I think you're expected to meet them here or something like that. So yeah, this is definitely that sublevel. So in this sublevel, we're going to be running into, I believe, 3 armored can beetles. 2 of them are over there, out in the blue, and there's one that's buried underneath sand. So be very careful when you see sand pits like this one right here. I believe this is the one that's in, actually. So we're going to bring our purples with us, and actually be good to make sure Pikmin are behind a wall before we do anything. Like this wall right here. This will work. And then we're going to take our purples with us and deal with him real quick. Or her. It could be a her. Pretty much every enemy in this game is gender neutral, except for like the Empress Bullblacks. We obviously know that that's a girl, but yeah. There's also the Emperor Bullblacks. Obviously, that would be. Get off there. That's not good. Shoot. We don't want him to face the abysses. Definitely do not. But yeah, be careful. Being how big this guy is, he doesn't stun very. Like, he's not very easy to stun with purple Pikmin. So be very wary of that. Okay. There we go. It's him taken care of, and he also leaves a treasure too. How convenient. Okay, so we're going to get the rest of our Pikmin. We're going to grab that treasure. Actually, in fact, let's get, just for the heck of it, let's get rid of this these fire geysers too, because they made me kind of nervous. Of course, they're not instant deaths, but still, they're not like electricity. Speaking of which, even though we aren't going to be running into water, like you may notice as soon as we enter this dungeon that there was no water hazard, I still bring blue Pikmin along for one reason only, and we'll get into that here in a sec. But for now we got ourselves a new treasure. And that is the super strong stabilizer, and as you can see, we are now 76 we're already 3/4 of the way done with our depths, so that's pretty good. That means we'll have our debt payback in no time at all. I'm guessing the game will end there. Of course, those of you who have experienced this game, including myself, know whether or not that's actually true, but I just don't want to spoil that for first-timers. Okay, so I guess now we should probably go deal with those other 2 armored can beetles, because it's not going to be any easier if we don't. Ugh. Okay. So let's take our purples with us and get ready for a very tough battle. Even though it's not really considered a battle since it's not a boss or anything, but still. These guys might as well be boss battles. Actually, come to think of it, they might as well have brought back the adult Cannon Beetle. I don't know why they didn't, because that guy's a pretty fun boss. I'm not going to lie, he was. He gave us some pretty cool parts, too, like the radiation canopy and the bowsprit or whatever it's called. Pretty good stuff. Okay, this is actually pretty difficult. This is actually a bad layout. Usually they don't have those two guys right next to each other, so this is pretty bad, actually. But we're going to do it somehow. I don't know how, but we're going to do it. Without losing any purples, too. Again, I have no idea how we're going to do this. Shoot. I mean, thankfully, this guy's rocks don't home in on you, but still, it's pretty nerve-wracking. Well, wouldn't you know, we managed to kill one of them. Okay. That means this guy will be no problem at all, since we won't have any helpers. Oh shoot! I almost lost Pikmin right there too. But oh well. Either way, we won. We won the battle. But yeah, I almost thought I lost a Pikmin there because he actually shot a rock, and I thought there was actually Pikmin there, but I guess not. Must be my mind playing tricks on me. Okay, that's a weird... This is a very weird layout, actually. Like, the way the path kind of waves in an S like that. With that treasure, that's kind of weird. I'm getting some pretty unique... Actually, every layout of each sub-level is unique, but still, I'm getting some pretty interesting layouts in this episode. I mean, in this Let's Play, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Goodbye, fire geysers. You will not be missed. Like Bank of America. I switched banks recently, so. But I'm not going to go into that because it's personal stuff, I guess. Well, not really personal, but just stuff you don't want to make public, you know. Oh, shoot, that was really close. That was really close. I was actually getting nervous there. I was getting nervous I was going to have to redo this sub-level and possibly this whole episode. Actually, it's not really possible since I think I'm actually doing 2 sub-levels in 1 episode, but still. But yeah, there's one of our treasures. Well, actually 2 of them since we got the one from finding that armored cambial. Okay. Now to get into the reason why I brought Blue Pikmin with us. So, as you might have saw, there is actually a candy pop bud. I don't know if you saw what color it is, but it's a white one. And in fact, this actually the best dungeon in the game, hands down, for farming purples and whites. No joke at all. And I'll explain that as soon as we get past this treasure. That's the Omega Flywheel. So, yeah, this is the best dungeon, hands down, for farming purple and white Pikmin. And the reason why is because there's actually 2 rest floors. 2 rest floors. Each have 3 candy pop buds in them. One of those sublevels has purple candy pop buds, violet candy pop buds, and the other one has ivory. And not only that, but this sublevel usually has, not always, like I think like 80% of the time you get this layout, but sometimes, very occasionally you'll get a layout that does not have this candy pop bud. I don't know why that happens, but yeah. But the vast majority of the time, you will be able to get an extra 5 white Pikmin on this sublevel. So, yeah, best dungeon in the game for farming whites and purples again. So, we are going to be definitely going to be taking advantage of that. So in the process, our blue Pikmin population might fall below 100 again, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. Because again, blues, yellows, and reds are a lot easier to make than purples and whites. So this is definitely worth it in the end. I very much recommend you take advantage of this dungeon to farm purples and whites, because you won't regret it. Trust me. Okay. So with that, I guess that's it for... No, there's one more treasure left, and it's right over there. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we're heading that direction. And that might remind you of the spring in the first Pikmin game. That was a ship heart for Olmar. Well, we have another spring, and this one is a treasure. And wouldn't you know it, an egg happened to fall down and have a potion in it, so we're going to take advantage of that as well. Speaking of taking advantage of things, like glitches that give you extra potions. Thank you, good Sir Louis, for helping me take part in a glitch that's really cheap, but worth it in the end. And now we're just going to wait for that treasure to get to the end, get to the ship, before we go down this hole. Some good Pepsi. Coiled launcher. Okay. Next sublevel, here we go.